Now in this video I want to talk to you about a secret about human nature that is very powerful for you if you know how to use it. That will make getting back with your ex and recreating the relationship that you want almost effortless. It's this little known, well, it's widely known but very rarely talked about, facet of human nature that if you know how to harness it and put it to work for you, then really you become the king of your own destiny, at least relationally, and become the person who is in control of your relationship, who is the object of desire. You're the one who everybody wants to be with, etc. So here's how it works. First, I want you to tell a little story to you about how I came to find it out, and then I'll tell you how to apply it to your own life. So I went through a pretty devastating breakup myself, and it was that breakup that gave me the whole inspiration to help people just like you with the use of the M3 system. Because after going through it, and knowing how devastating it was, I didn't want anybody else to go through that. So what happened was, after I got dumped, I tried everything, right? I tried everything I could think of. I even followed all the advice of the gurus out there, who say to you, 1,000 different things. I tried them all. And then quite by accident, I just thought, I don't know what to do. So I didn't do anything for about 3 weeks. And here's what happened. I had no contact with her. I didn't call her, I didn't text her, nothing. And what happened was that she sent me a text. And it was just a very simple, and it just said, I miss you. Now as soon as I saw that, I thought, wait a minute, there's got to be something to this. So, eventually, well, that was a great springboard. And then I used that, and we ended up getting back together. And the first time we got back together, it was amazing. There was all this built-up desire that we had shared and not being able to express, and then, it was just awesome. It was one of the best times we've ever spent together. Anyway, as I got to thinking about it, and kind of deconstructing it, you maybe heard the whole no-contact idea. But the power isn't in no contact. The power is in understanding the strategy behind it. You see, there's the thing about human nature. Human nature is that we become nostalgic. And nostalgic is remembering all of the great things and forgetting the bad. Now here's why this works. It's because just like right now, what are you doing? Well, what you're doing is watching this video and you're remembering all of the good things, right, of your relationship. You're not remembering the fights, you're remembering the great times, the intimacy. You're remembering the laughs. You're remembering the plans you made. The first time that you went to this park or the movie that you saw or this restaurant, you're remembering those things in that feeling of connection, that feeling of being known, right? Well, she or he, depending on whether your ex is a boy or girl, they're thinking the same thing. Now, I know you're thinking, well, there was someone else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we have memories that run automatically. Our brain automatically runs all of the time, rehashing memories and always thinking about what was better. So here's what happens. If you jump into calling and texting and trying to get them back immediately without any strategy, without knowing what you're doing, well then you're keeping the annoyance in the forefront of their mind. You're continually reminding them that this is something they want to get away from. If you're always pressuring them, then the thing that's in front of their mind is that they want to get away from this. However, if you follow what is shown in the M3 system, the M3 system is just the name of it, but it's kind of like having a pocket relationship coach. If you follow that and give them some time, some very strategic interaction to miss you, then this nostalgia kicks in like black magic. And they begin to think about you the same way that you're thinking of them now. And then that desire builds up. And if you know how to handle it, if you know what to do next with it, if you know how to take that momentum and build it up to the next level, then you're in a position to regain control of your relationship. Recreate it into something that you want it to be. Most of all, be happy with the person that you feel so connected with. And really prove to them that this is a relationship worth working. But you have to let nostalgia work for you. So here's the thing. The M3 system, as you know, is the system that is like having a relationship coach in your pocket, and in it you're walked through every step along the way. And it allows you to take it, what is a mess right now, it's a big mess, right, that nobody wants to deal with, and turn it into kind of a fairy tale. So here's the thing. You don't have to get the M3 system. You don't have to download it, and you don't have to let it work for you. I mean, downloading it is easy. It's just a matter of clicking on a button and filling out a couple of forms, and then boom, you're in the members area. The value comes for really the first time, maybe in your life, to be able to take control of your relationship. But if you don't, just let me remind you that this doesn't go away. And this is why I feel compelled to help share this product with you, because what happens is for a lot of people, and maybe this is you and maybe it isn't, but for a lot of people, they just end up repeating the same things over and over. And this is going to happen to you and your ex unless you take action. See, what happens is people get into relationships and it's great for a while, then they start to have problems, then it's a bigger problem, and then they're done. And neither one of them takes the action necessary to recreate something great. So your ex walks away full of bitterness and resentment, and they'll carry that with them into the next relationship. And you'll do the same. And so what happens is you end up repeating the same thing over and over and increasingly being dissatisfied. Until one of you, in this case you, has the courage to take action, to help your ex and yourself to recreate the intimacy that you had so that you don't have to carry this baggage into your next relationship. So it may be that you don't end up getting married. It may be that you end up getting back together and then deciding that this is not a relationship for you. Or it may be that you get the M3 system and go through it and realize that, you know what, this relationship isn't something that I want to keep fostering. But the brilliance of it is that you get to make that decision. You get to deal with it so that you don't carry the rejection and that hurt, that I'm not worthy, that there's something wrong with me. All those things that run through your head 24/7. You don't have to carry that into your next relationship, and your ex doesn't either. So you get to really complete the relationship in a way that is powerful. So I'm going to invite you to consider clicking on the link below so that you can get started now and learn how to use nostalgia, which is a human trait, and it's going to work for you if you know how to use it well. And then you'll realize it's just like having a very powerful human force on your side, and you can use that to usher your ex back to you and get rid of all the problems. Have them forget about the mistakes you made, all the things that you feel guilty about, all the things that you wish you could apologize for, and have them realize how much you're sorry, how much they miss you, all that stuff. All of that can be taken care of, but only if you do something different right now than what you're doing now. If you keep doing what you're doing now, then you probably will just get more of the same. Your ex will eventually find someone else. They'll, be walking down the street, you'll see them walking hand in hand, tossing their head back laughing and being happy, while you're still left, picking up the pieces of your own loneliness, rejection, and disappointment. It doesn't have to be that way, though. You can download the M3 system, get started today, and take control of your love life and your relationship, so that you never have to walk through life being worried about how it's going to go for you. So click on the link below to get immediate access to the members area. And I look forward to seeing your success story to add to the many, many others that have gone before you and will come after you. Thanks a lot.